Hello, YouTube. I hope you're doing well this evening. This is the Learn How to Play Onward VR introductory tutorial. So this will be just an introduction of myself and explaining who I am, and future videos will go into the actual meat and potatoes of how to play Onward and some more elusive concepts that aren't taught in the tutorial. My name is Tyrone. You may know me as Tyrone Email. I've been playing this game for well over a year now, and I've loved the culture, loved learning from many people like Sir Lucian, Jam Master, and Odin, and helping up-and-coming people develop their skills. So, a little information about myself. I am a former member of the infantry in my country. I then went on to play competitive X-Ball, and then other professional sports, and then I gained a license to practice medicine and did that, and now I own a company. So I'm a proud capitalist, but also very good to his employees kind of guy. So why I play is because it brings me back to my yesteryear and fond memories of being in the infantry and playing paintball. And well, being in the infantry, those memories weren't fond while I was making them, but in hindsight they seem fond. So it's kind of like those traumatic events that you look back and say those are the good times. Yeah, that's why I play. And in recently though, it's changed because I suffered a severe spinal injury, paralyzing spinal injury, and part of my rehab is to stand as much as possible, and with little small movements. And Anybody who's suffered this kind of injury can explain that nerve regrowth and redeveloping atrophied and dead muscle that's not been connected to the brain for months is very, very painful. And so Onward allows me to compartmentalize my pain in the back of my head, allowing me to stand for hours in nice stressful situations of being shot at and trying not to get shot. Whereas normally I'd only be able to stand for a few minutes. So this will serve as a guide for beginners. The organization will be as follows. This will be divided up into 3 or 4 theaters. The first theater being for beginners, next theater being for intermediate players or experienced, next being for veteran, and next being for very elite players. Like the masterclass. The first series is focusing on basic concepts for beginners. The question I'm asked most often is, what loadout do I choose? There's a lot to go from, and it's intimidating for new players to get onto that, understandably. The next video for the beginners series, actually, in the rookie series, will be tricks in how to reload really fast and how not to lose your situational awareness while reloading, and how, if you're engaged while in the middle of reloading, how to be able to still engage back, or at least stay in the dominant position of a firefight. And number 3 will be callouts. I think that's probably the where people need to spend the most time, is how to communicate effectively to your team and how to understand what your team is communicating to you. I'll actually bring a friend of mine named Orokius in, and he can explain to you. He's very good at calling out, and it might take more than one video to explain callouts, because it's such a broad field. Even individual teams will have different concepts, and in different scenarios you'll have to quickly adapt and change the callout language, and understanding the basic concepts of that language will allow you to rapidly come up with in the field with any team you play with, how to quickly communicate where enemies are and how to communicate a attack plan and so forth. The last video in the beginner series will be likely player versus computer. unless in the comment section you guys suggest some more beginner series videos that I can go over. In that player versus computer, I think actually beginner players should stay in the PvC world, because with the rapid influx of new players, the culture is shifting in Onward away from kind of a bit of a brotherhood and helping new people out to kind of a eat fecal matter and die kind of attitude that has been coming in from a less mature audience. And it'd be nice to kind of keep that nice culture of brotherhood and going forward, perpetuate that so that nobody's rage quitting Onward, and that this game can continue to grow, because people who rage quit, well, they just don't come back and the game eventually dies, and then you have a group of 20 or 30 really good guys with nobody to play against. So let's keep that culture good, and help the beginners out, and show love to people around. There's enough hatred and nastiness going around the world today in 2020 that I think it can use a little love. So what better venue for love than a game about killing each other? Anyways, that'll be it for this video. Oh, actually, I forgot to. So the second theaters will go over the experienced. They'll go over movement, gunfighting, snap shooting, stuff like that, like individual skills. Veteran will be about mainly how to set up ambushes, how to work as a team, how to coordinate as a team, how to manipulate and force the enemy to move where you want them to. And Elite will be how to control a team, especially a team of young, little annoying things. Anyways, thank you. Love goes out to everybody across the world in this 2020 epoch, and be good to each other, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.